All right. Well, guys, I'm back again. I think for the fourth time today, fourth and the longest time. Like the most lives I've ever done in one day, I think. But this is just gonna be a quickie love after lockup because I want to do an actual whole episode, but I want to wait to see if I can talk Justine and Geneva from Escape to Reality podcast to come and do it with me because you can blame them for the shit show of mine because, like I said, I started um, following them like 3 years ago when podcasts with the pandemic and all, and that was the first show that I was like, holy crap! Like I didn't watch it until I heard their podcast and then recap it, and then I went crazy because I was like freaking out about the characters. If you ever watched my before lives on Love After Lockup, that chick had me losing it. That Destiny chick and another one. But anyway, so this is another season. These are another whole group of other people. Now before I'm not like a freak like the other chicks that used to drive me nuts. Like it's not that serious. I'm just like I agree with every single one of these inmates that they all need to run, and then we'll get into why. It's just like it's nuts. It's crazy. Okay, so it's love or life after lockup. I don't even know. It's like both, right? And they aren't out yet, so it's like they're just getting ready to get out. So they're like just meeting these people, right? But like some of them are ready to get out somewhere, but like they need to just not be with these people. So I found a bunch of like 2 minute clips for each couple. So and they're from the episode that was just on last night. So that's gonna be the best way for me to go into each one without forgetting who we're talking about. All right, so the first one, okay, I'm gonna go with Mike and Justine. Now they were like I thought out of every couple I've ever seen on any of these shows, any seasons, they are the most normal. I thought, most in love, most like I say, most likely to succeed kind of deal, and probably still are, except this dumb bitch, man. All right. So what happens is they're gonna get married. They got married, right? He's getting out in like 60 or 70 days. He was a rapper and I guess a drug dealer, and he doesn't like to be questioned about his money or whatever. Well, he ends up buying like they get married. He sends her a brand new BMW as a present from prison. Like he's in prison, so okay, it's brand new and apparently it's paid for, and he gives it to her on the wedding day. And of course, his family questions where he's getting his money from and how did he do it, blah, blah, blah. She supposedly is questioning it, right? So, she doesn't say anything to him. I guess, I'm assuming she doesn't ask him any questions. She doesn't ask him how it's registered. You would assume that that would be one of the first questions. Who's it registered to? Who's it insured to? Who's it titled to? How, you know what I mean? Okay. Well, I'm like watching them. I'm like, yeah, they're cute. They're a cute couple, and now they got married, and they're cute. I can't wait. They make all this like funny like baby talk, and you know, um, and she's like, she's questioning this car thing, and I'm like, why are you driving it then? Like, ask him where he got, like, you know what I mean? So she decides to take it to, I guess a dealership or like somebody that checks like to see, like runs the Carfax to see if it was stolen or I don't know, like check it out, right? And I'm like, again, do you not know who's registered? Like, how do you? She's like, well, I'm driving my kids around in it. She's telling us that she's driving the kids around in it. She doesn't think Michael put her in danger. But if you're driving your kids around in it, wouldn't you look to see where in the glove department to see who the car is registered or where's the insurance, where's the title, like where's in case you get pulled over, you need to hand your documents over, right? Wouldn't that be one of the if you're worried about how this man paid for it, that should be what you're worried about. So let's just get to where she goes and sees this guy, right? She walks in, I guess it's a dealership. Listen to her explain this to this guy.
Hey, how are you? Good, how are you today? I'm good. So I'm here to see if it's possible to get my car checked out. It's a new car. My husband bought it for me, and I just wanted to, make sure it's legit. I know. Legit? Yeah. He's incarcerated, and he sent me the car as a gift. So I want to make sure it's legal. I want to make sure everything's okay.
So your husband gifted you a car from...
Listen.
Yeah, it was a wedding gift, actually.
Can you hear it okay, Terry?
Paperwork for the car?
I mean, I think that there's paperwork in the glove
I think.
But I'm not exactly sure.
She's not sure.
So you have no idea how the car is titled?
Good question.
There's no lien on the car,
She's got a dumb look on her face.
What's a lien?
What's a lien?
No, the car's paid for. He paid for it.
Paid cash for it?
I'm not sure.
She's not sure.
Does your husband have a driver's license?
He doesn't. Not anymore. He used to have a driver's license, but just Not anymore. Because.
But he bought a car without a driver's license.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
You can't.
In the state of Pennsylvania,
I'd like to know how he did
have
it.
a driver's license to purchase a car. It is the very first thing car dealers ask for. So how he did that, I don't know.
How does she not
What we're
understand?
looking for
Like,
is a pink slip or registration card.
she has no idea who it's registered to, insured to, or where the documents are.
Yeah, it's an owner's manual. It's not going to do us any good.
Okay, good.
But that's all I have in here.
Without that registration card, in the event that you are pulled over by law enforcement, that's the first
Dumbass.
thing they're gonna ask.
So if it's not in this, then I don't have anything else.
What an asshole.
You're going to want to get that.
That really makes me nervous because, he's a professional. He knows what he's talking about. I know Mike would never do anything intentionally.
So, okay. Are you not an adult? Are you not an adult that drives a vehicle and makes decisions like an adult does and has children? You have to make good processing decisions. Like, you have to process things and like in a normal manner, right? Why the fuck is she acting like she doesn't know who registered it and insured it? Either she's a real fucking idiot or she's playing us, or like she needed a storyline because this is dumb as fuck.
Hurt me or put me in a situation.
Yes.
But, I really just need to make sure everything checks out perfect. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to meet him in jail for riding, a hot car.
Asshole. Really? She's been driving it for 2 weeks, by the way. And that's a joke, okay? So what I say about that, girlfriend, are you an asshole? So she goes and she tells him about it, and he gets mad at her. But it's like, why are you mad at her for checking it? First of all, she should have asked these questions the second he dropped the goddamn car off. How did she, and it comes back that it's registered to her, insured in her name, and entitled to her. But she had no idea. How the fuck did he do that without her permission? Did he forge her name? Yeah. So I think I call bullshit. Like, the car was legit. He somehow paid cash for it. I don't know. Maybe he had money from his royalties. I don't know. Whatever. But these are questions this asshole should have asked him. Like, you're really getting into a dealership and look that dumb? And you think we didn't catch on to it? Come on. You're driving your kids around and you didn't look to see where the goddamn registry. You think it's stolen, but you don't look for the registry. Come on. I was so mad. I was like, man, she was the most normal one, I thought. All right, this one's even better. This chick, I can't remember her first name, but Louie's the guy in jail. So what we have is high school people that knew each other in high school. He was the popular kid in high school. I don't know what she was. She wanted him, but he was with all the popular girls. We now fast forward 20 years later. He's a convicted felon and a drug addict and he's in prison. She still thinks he's a Louie, popular Louie. Louie, yeah, he did. He went to jail for, he went to jail for selling drugs. I'm not laughing. I'm just, so this is Louie. I can't remember her name. This is stupid. The girl that on the thumbnail, the dumb look on her face with the pink shirt. So she's obsessed with Louie from high school. Louie's incarcerated for becoming a drug addict. And she is delusionally like going to his high school. Like, so he's like in a different state. And she's talking to him on the phone. And all she talks about is she goes to the old high school. She shows us that. She goes to the old football field. Like, this is not Louie from high school. This is Louie, the convicted felon drug addict. It's not Louie from high school anymore. It's not popular Louie. He's still good looking though. I mean, hey, but shit happens. So this chick's delusional. So it's in a different state. It's not New Jersey. They're from Jersey, but he's incarcerated in a different state. His mom lives down in that state. Apparently his mom's very protective. And so she's going down to visit him. She's bringing her pom-poms. I'm like, this chick is out of her mind. Now, he's on I think he's on some kind of work release or something because she gets into the different state. I'm going to say Georgia maybe. And all she could talk about is Louie from high school. She can't wait to say Louie. And she's like, it's like swim fan. That's what I'm going to call it, swim fan. And she ends up showing us where he works. Now, he's not allowed to interact with anybody. He's on work release. He can't have anybody showing up at his work. He can literally get in trouble for this. So here she is, right? This is after the fact that she shows up at his work, calls him. He's like, yo, what are you doing? She's like, I'm here at your work. She's lifting her shirt up. All his workers are around. And he's like, yo, you're not, basically telling her, what are you doing? You're getting in trouble. She decides she's going to walk over there anyway and, drags him into the bathroom. Almost gets him in trouble just to kiss him. And he's like, you can't do that. Don't ever do that again. Strike one, lady. She's an idiot. Then she goes to his mom's house, never met her before in her life, and introduces herself. And the mom's like, oh, like looking at her like she's nuts. She tells the mom how she went to his work, and his mom loses it. Are you immature? Like, what is wrong with you? He told you not to. Like, strike one. And she's like, oh, I didn't know. I just wanted to see him. You wanted to see him, or did you want to get out? Like, you don't understand. Like, grow up. Like, you understand. You can go set right back for that. Like, you know what I mean. So strike one. Then she finds out that he's all into like yoga and stuff, and there's just this yoga instructor that he talks to out here, and she takes the yoga class with this where this girl's the teacher, and it confronts her, and then the girl tells Louis, and Louis pissed because he's like, yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, yo, Louis, run. This chick has no boundaries, and she's like, and then she's telling him that he's not. And then she goes to where he's going to get another job when he gets out, and that somebody's giving him a job, and he tells the pizza place that he's not going to work there. He's coming home with her. I'm like, what the fuck? And then here we go. So now she's like driving to his work, or driving to go see him. And where do you see how this goes?
What I wanted, for the past 8 months, but now I have so many questions that I have to ask him. I really haven't felt happy since I saw Louis.
Because you're freaking
after that, it's all been going downhill. I want him to answer all the questions that I have, and I want him to reassure me that I am making the right decision.
You're not. He doesn't want you. Like, you're goddamn swim fan. Scary. So she goes in there, right?
There's all this barbed wire. I mean, it looks really...
It's a prison castle.
I think that I've been in denial up until now about where he is, just because of the access he
she
has
went to his
to a
freaking
phone.
work.
It's
she went to this chick.
It has been like we're just in a long distance relationship. Like, I can just pretend he lives in Georgia and convince myself of that.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm hoping our visit ends with him telling me I have nothing to worry about, but I'm scared that when I go see him, he's going to tell me that, he's not moving to Jersey.
Well, you're psychotic, so he's not.
If he's around with the yoga instructor, like, I need to
Her name's Bro, too.
Answers from him before I go home.
I'm sorry.
This is definitely, it's so real.
So they have the visit, right? She comes out and she's crying, and she's like, he laid into her, like, called her nuts case, and she can't, that she's gonna have to deal with this, and then it doesn't matter, she's gonna have to wait, and he's not gonna come down there, right? Like, basically completely, like, was like, yo, you gotta go. It was, and she's like, all like, she doesn't understand why he's mad, like, she's acting like a swim fan. It was just, I can't, like, come on now. And then, okay, so the next one, this chick, so she was at the corrections office, at the jail, I'm sorry, she was a nurse for DOC for 14 years, and left her career for an inmate, right? She's been, now, she should know better, right? Now, I understand if she fell in love, right? She knows his history. She got fired or left her job, and he's in a prison, and apparently he's always in the box because she thinks they have it out for him because of her, and because she left for him, and I don't know, it's crazy shit. But anyway, she doesn't have her career anymore. She's going to move to a different state with her daughter, uproot her life, and she still has her, like, I think she's a nurse from a different prison, but I mean, she seems okay. Like, she goes down, she finds a house where he's at, and her daughter doesn't want to go with her, and I understand, like, she's 13 or 14 or something. She's uprooting her entire life for Dustin. He looks like he's a decent guy, whatever. But she ends up meeting up at one point, his mom and his sister. And she revealed to her that he's a meth addict. Well, how did you not know that? Did you not know he had a drug problem? And did you think it was going to be that easy? Do you think he's just going to forget or not do it? So she confronts him. Okay, well, good. He admits to doing it in the prison. So they're at this visit, and she brings it up, and they talk about it during the visit. Well, guess what? The visit gets cut short. Then she proceeds to tell people or like talk about him relapsing in the prison on cameras while the cameras are filming her, which is a mistake, because if he doesn't get out before this is aired, you know what I mean? But it gets worse. She's talking to one of his bunkies about him being high in the prison during his stay there. And she keeps repeating it. and repeating, and then accuses him of being high, and just keeps saying it and saying it. And I'm screaming at the TV, "Are you out of your fucking mind? Hell!" And he's like, "Yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you talking like this? Like, this girl should know better." It's like almost like she's an idiot. Like, did you not work at the prison? What are you talk? Why are you constantly repeating how you just did meth? And it's like, this is the biggest thing with these people. I don't get it. I watch this show and I'm like, they commit crimes on camera, like, or like if they're like on parole. I'm like, in the camera, I mean like the filming that we're watching. But then she's on the phone and she's like, "I think because he admitted to using meth, that's why I got the box." Well, duh. The fuck are you talking? Like, are you out of your mind, lady? Like, at this point, he needs to stay away from her. She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. She obviously thinks that like this is a joke. She's crying about him relapsing. Hun, he's a drug addict. Like, everybody keeps telling you. Like, he admitted that he relapsed in the prison, and then you got him in trouble for it. Like, I mean, it doesn't get any worse than that. And then she's and I thought, okay, she's half normal. She kind of reminded me of like the chick from 2 seasons ago that was again completely normal, had a nice house, and never been with anybody who's been incarcerated. And I thought, okay, I mean, this is the thing too. Like, you would think, like, I would be like, yes, these guys they get out and they have a whole setup. They get a new car, a new house, a girl that's pretty, like somebody that's giving them money. Like, who gets out of prison and gets handed that shit? These guys do, but they always fuck it up. Every single one of them fuck it up. And I don't think Michael and Justine, the one from earlier, I think that's going to last. I don't think Dustin's going to last, the one we were just talking about. I definitely don't think that Louie and Swim Fan are going to last. I don't even really want to talk about Censor Ray because I can't, and Mark. They're not even in a relationship. This weirdo Mark, his mom calls him a weirdo. He's like this tech nerd, and he's having these weird conversations with inmates. We're not going to go with him because he's a weirdo. They didn't even show his story. Oh god. So, all right, the girl who's deaf, I can't remember her name. I always forget names. This is actually cool. I kind of like this relationship. So it's Mikey, and I can't remember her name, but she's deaf, but it doesn't really matter because she reads lips, and you can kind of understand her. She's with Mikey. I like she. They think, of course, everybody thinks that he's playing her, but he ends up learning sign language for her. But she went down to see his mom, and his mom really talked to her and really likes her, and he seems to really like her. He ends up having a stroke while he was there, and like every other prison, they don't give you the help that, like, they didn't help him right away, and they have a huge lawsuit, which I actually was watching this whole thing, and they actually do have a case. They went to the lawyer and stuff. So there's really not much to say about them. I did say that I agree with all the inmates, but I actually forgot about these two. I love these two. I think that Mikey's going to get out, and I think they're going to be good because she seems like such a sweetheart. So I really hope that he gets out and he realizes that, like, he has a good one. He told his mom he's in love with her. His mom, was all like happy for him. So hopefully, I like them. I mean, yeah, and he learned to tell all kinds of stuff. Like, he learned to tell her he loved her, or you're beautiful. I missed you. I can't wait to see. Like, he was signing off, and he was fast too. And yeah, he got the book, and it seems really sweet. And, he was honest. He's like, look, at first I wasn't sure, because of the whole, he's like, I want to be able to, do have communication, and he's like, intimacy. And he's like, I was worried at first that we wouldn't be able to talk and stuff. And I was like, aw. And he's like, because I realized quickly, he's like, sometimes, like, you don't even need words. I was like, aw. I was like, cute. I mean, here I'm all thinking, like, I don't think he's using her, but all right. So I think we have two more. Ty and Ty. I'm sorry. I'm gonna laugh because it's Ty in Boston and Hottie. Like, all right, so Ty we had last season. I didn't even know she had a daughter. She's a mortician. She likes guys in jail. I don't know why. I think she said because the guys out here don't treat her right. The guys behind jail do, but obviously not, because he was engaged to two people. He was basically jail playing Ty and Boston, and his name's Hottie, and he's ugly, and we can't stand him. And they're a joke. He gives Boston, so he sends over Ty a ring, and then he sends Boston a ring. But she ends up beating Boston up every day. She always meets up with this Boston chick, who's just another her, who's just getting played just like her, and ends up beating this chick up like every time. It's not even her fault. And this chick Boston's like, bitch, are you going to fight me again? And she's like, no. And then she fights her. And she's like, I'm sorry. And she's a nut. And her daughter basically told her off this week and said that she's crazy. It's embarrassing. Why are you talking to prisoners all the time? Her daughter was like really mouthing off to her, but I was like, but she has a point. Yeah. So then we have, his name's Dory, and again I can't remember her name. And I'm laughing because of Smoke. I'm only laughing at Smoke because Smoke is Dary's bunkie. You got out before him. Dary's with I can't remember her name as usual. Let's see. Let's just hear her.
He yelled at me. That's the extent.
Yeah,
If you want me to repeat what he said, go ask him if he's man enough to tell you.
Yes, this guy Smoke's a real retard.
I was so focused on getting you for the past couple of days to be respectful and not do no bullshit that I never got the chance to sit there and call him and tell him like, yo, you're gonna be good and be good as damn. So I'm so sorry, man.
I want you to not talk to Smoke anymore.
This boy is so
Man,
stupid.
you know the bond after this, like, you really about to make me do that? Like, no,
Well, he needs to treat your girl right.
All that, like,
Don't call me again. If he's still on your phone list, don't call me again. End of story.
He disrespected her. But this,
you don't show me multiple times over and over that I'm your world and you pick me up, babe. I can't sit here and not do the same.
she hasn't ever went to see him, but only because of COVID. But she still refuses to go see him.
You know I'm going to show you right when you do this. But I gotta go.
He's a dork. This chick's kind of cute.
Bye. Oh my god.
I think she's like an accountant or something too, and has like his power of attorney. So I guess,
like, he is a very young criminal.
yeah.
He still has years ahead of him to commit more crimes.
I hope not.
And end up back in prison. And who knows what he's gonna do? And my name is gonna come up next time on a Google search. I'm good. I don't want to.
That's why she didn't go see him.
Smoke better count his days.
Oh, I get it now. So she never went to go see him. She's afraid that her name is going to come up in the Google search because of the show. Here's Smoke.
What's up, cuz? Why not be today?
I met up with her like you said to go get the bread or whatever. And
Whatever.
you know, she mad, disrespectful.
Who the fuck are you? She don't gotta fucking respect you, dickhead.
I ain't disrespect her.
Sorry.
I just raised my voice a little bit or something.
I didn't disrespect her.
I guess who I'm choosing to be as my wife, who I'm choosing to come home to, like, it's really my whole world right now.
I understand that's your wife or whatever, but she's out of control. She way too controlling, bro.
He's in jail. How controlling?
Ain't nobody gonna hold it down like she genuinely give a about me. Like, how about I choose between you and her? Cause like,
Disrespect this girl. Smoke. Come on, Smoke. Like, anyway, but yeah, that's Dory. I mean, I think so I think we have like another season of Life After Lockup, and then they'll show these people, and the next one will be them. So I guess, like, I don't know, we might have like a couple more weeks after this one. And then we'll have, I think December 16th is the new Life After Lockup. But I am going to try to get the Escape to Reality chicks to do this with me this week or next week or soon. Collab with them because I've been dying to talk this show with them forever. And they have a podcast, but they do their YouTube live once a month. And I gotta like start like find out what it is because I love them. They're like my inspiration. Them and Ryan Bailey were like my inspiration for this whole thing to start to begin with. And then of course Adam. But oh yeah, that's right. We have wine about it tonight. Terry, are you going to wine about it tonight? Adam's wine about it tonight. I will be there. Today was the first day. Yeah, today was the first day I was back on Adam's channel in a while. I'm always watching. I'm just never engaging in the chat. But today I did. So that made me happy. Yeah, it's wine about it. I know. I haven't done that with them in a while either. So I haven't talked to the Adams family crowd in a while either. I mean, not that I haven't, you know what I mean? I don't engage in that. They sure as hell didn't fucking say hi to me today. So anyway, I'll be there though. Yeah, and hopefully we'll find out what's going on with Pop. Did you do, Terry, I want to talk to you in the chat. I'm going to ask you, did you do your binging today? But what was the show you were watching? We'll talk for like 5 more minutes because I think the rest of the week I'm going to put up a poll for Salt Lake City for whose side. And then I'll do a couple probably Bravo breaking. If anything comes up, I'll do in a couple days maybe. I'm going to get with AT2, my friend, about doing something because I love him, support him. He's friend, and he does a lot now. I think he's doing Housewives and stuff too. So, and Mims, I know I say this every time, but like go first, like subscribe, comment, notification, all that stuff for me, please. And I know I had a really long day, right? And then 7 o'clock is the wine bed. I was like, oh crap, I still have one more. But I mean, that's not mine, but you know what I mean? But yeah. And then what else? I want to do what else? I mean, there's not really much. Potomac, I kind of don't want to touch that shit with a 10-foot pole at this point. Because I just get really, I mean, it's starting to really make me angry. I'll let Mims take care of Potomac. Oh yeah, comment, subscribe, all that crap. Share. I keep saying the share thing too. I forget about that. Share. Subscribe to Mims. Make it make sense. Subscribe to Housewife Historian. Talk the Real Deal with AT2. Escape to Reality. Ryan Bailey. So Bad It's Good. Of course, Up and Adam. You know, all our friends, all our peoples, and larger curves. All the peoples. Who else? Shan and Dan. Jeez, of course, Shan and Dan. Most of you guys are probably all subscribed. Our people. And yeah, Terry, thank you for showing up. I know there's not many people. Everybody's like kind of getting sick of me at this point. I'm looking like nobody's watching right now. But I don't need anybody as long as I have you. Just kidding. All right. Well, that was Love After Lockup. I'm getting goofy, obviously. So I'm gonna take a little break before I whine about it, and I will see you guys later on this week. And thank everybody. Oh, replay people, let me know if you care about Love After Lockup. If you have any opinions, let me know. Sister Wives, I want to start taking more seriously, but I think I did. But all right, guys, I will see you soon. And Terry, I will talk to you. I'll go meet me in the chat when I ask you about your binging. Yes, that one right there. I want to ask you about it. So I'll meet you over in the chat.